because you know that they have an idea, and see whether the Jarvan is going to be the answer. That lane can certainly snowball against the Jace, but it will demand...
I love this right here. I mean, they summon the Rift Herald right away, and they really accelerate Roach on that Jace. Almost a 2,000 dying anyway.
Yeah.
And a little bit of tenacity.
Speaking of dying, Lava's going to have to cleanse and flash, but there's another Freezy ultimate to come in. That scat of the week was amazing, though. Not enough. True Shot Barrage probably would have finished him off anyway, but that's a nice shock blast. And that's a free kill going over to Gen.G, and first blood at 15 minutes to the team that wants to scale.
And now Gen.G are going to pick themselves up the Infernal Drake, which is going to amplify.
Hold on. Okay, they're going for Life. Does have his stopwatch. Time is being bought now for this Gen.G roster. Life is going to flash at the opportune moment. The Devour's perfect, as this is why you don't give Gen.G Tahm Kench.
And Gen.G managed to turn that around, and now they're looking to get their eyes on the Infernal. There is no smite available on the side of Hanwha Life. That's going to be an Infernal getting picked. Gen.G, whether Lissandra is ulting herself, the Devour on Tahm Kench, Arcane Shift on Ezreal.
Potential of this composition certainly there. Roach comes in, hypercharges, and takes down the turret with ease. It's the Demolish proc from Fly that helps out. And you can see everywhere on this map. Oh god, it's going to be the flash out, but Ruler cues up the auto attack. Life's there, and that's the solo kill. There might be an assist from the Tahm Kench, but don't let that fool you. That was 1v1, and that was Ruler on 2 items, saying, Sangyun, get out of my lane.
Going that well right now for them. When an engage comp is on a full-on retreat, because of the amount of damage the enemy team can dish out.
And you can also see it, like you can see here for Gen.G, because this isn't a game that was handed to. This is not a game based on mistakes. This is a game based on just being better, as you can see. Bottom side of the map, Roach, almost a solo kill, but Ruler comes in just to grab himself a cheeky assist.
And Jarvan, he has a full assassination build, which is
for Hanwha Live. As Ruler is going to say, no, it is not yours. Lands a couple of Qs. There's another one onto Keith. That had a hit. If that True Shot Barrage had a hit, that was a very dead thresh. Now Sangyun's looking to go into Cataclysm to come down. Hanwha, one last team fight to rule them all. Can they make it work? Fly says no. As he dives into the back line, it's basically an instant triple kill. Make that a quadrant. Fly comes down, stolen and denied. Game 2. As the AD carry might be tilted from now.
All right, well, they're going to have no way that Hanwha Life is going to be able to get to this Baron. They do not have a teleport available, even if...
All right, and we put it on broadcast. There we go. All right. That being said, you can completely understand that reaction. It's exactly what I was talking about after that team fight. Oh, my God. Well, Baron buff. Remember, Gen.G pretty good at Baron buff power plays. That was one of the stats we were looking at. I thought it might have been irrelevant because Gen.G don't do a lot of getting Barons. This time around, that 40% Baron rate is not going to be there, and Gen.G are going to decimate this base. They're sitting on a 13,000 gold lead. It's 28.5 minutes in. This is
some more go-face team comps as a initial action. Usually it's something that's drafted and recalibrated to throughout the course of a draft, and to do it so upfront and so voluntarily.
And also so linearly, right? There is no flexibility to this composition from Hanwha. They had one way of winning the game. It's exactly this. Devour is going to come in. Ruler gets himself into position. Another Penta opportunity now as Fly is going to go golden. Tal taken down. Roach is going to deny it as the first kill goes over to the top laner, but now it's all about Ruler. Fly grabs one of them, but the damage from this Ezreal is disgusting. He wants to pick up another kill. It's the Jace that grabs it, and Gen.G will bring it home. 29 minutes, not even 30, 14-1, a gigantic gold lead. And Gen.G looks so good when they get the picks that they're good at.
And this was
a very interesting way, often a very sacrificial way for Gen.G, but has been able to split push Gen.G to victories in the past, and now it's going to be on Roach. All right, Peanut. This is the Peanut of old that we've been missing for time and time again. It is a level discrepancy not quite there yet for either side, and that's going to be the resonating strike. We almost have the Bloblets being brought out, but Lava makes the first rotation. Inspire is going to come in there. Can they actually take these Bloblets down? No, as the teleport comes in. You've got the snare to land. Safeguard gets Peanut out, but can Fly be so lucky? Inspire, pretty good. Doesn't actually manage to land, but there we go. Stretch Armstrong comes forward, but they do have the priority very, very nicely. As Roach going to be put in the baby cage, but dashes out. the lunge, pretty good at keeping you out of trouble.
What's really happening here?
Okay, the anti-Kench maneuver here as Bono's looking for a kidnap. Connects the dots and is able to get them back forward. First blood goes over to Sungyun and should be able to make it another one. Double kill on the bottom side of the map. And Peanut should
be a hero.
Oh, we're going to follow the True Shot barrage. That was actually very close. The key was there with an Unbreakable anyway. Just fallen. Gen.G a little bit late on this one, but they should be able to get first turret. Over to Roach.
It's really interesting that they...
Hindsight vision check. Can you do that?
How can you... Yeah, what does that even look like when you're nice?
Yep.
As we do have Roach, I believe, pathing towards bottom. I think
play very carefully because he knows that the Kai'Sa did get an accelerated start. Lava going to continue pushing on
victories, and I only say that because it won't really come online again until and if.
Sure.
Throw you a bone here.
All right, yeah, throw. Give me a
Gengar.
Oh, it's just that's not a bone.
Which is this: you push mid, I push mid. You push mid, I push mid.
Yep. The outer turret in the mid lane. That's going to be a decision they can make as Roach is going to get a lot of value out of that riposte. And Flashes actually, he's looking to chase after Tal, but he can't tank this turret. As if that Morning Mist landed, that's so much damage coming in. And there we go. Bono's able to straight off the edge. He's going
really
too
excited.
Fast,
Yeah.
too fast. Misses the turn.
Oh, no.
And now we've got a kidnap. Now we've got a very dead Karma. And we've got Gen.G falling apart.
Now, Pure does have teleport available, so we'll have to see if Hanwha Life can actually repel the Zac and guarantee that he can't enter or in the Lee Sin.
Peanut is going to get kicked back by Lava. Really nicely done to get the Lee Sin out of the pit. That's a 100% chance. Okay. Or, of course, the Hextech Gunblade that the Ezreals have decided to go
Now,
for.
going to go down here in just a second.
And these rotations are so hard, right? Because you can see Bono, he's there, he does have his sweeper, he can stay out of vision. And Hanwha just going to move on forward. It's going to be pings down on the bottom inner turret, but 4 versus 5. I just feel like the dive opportunity is going to be too relevant here as Ruler picks up a big shield from the Inspire, but look at that, base is broken on the top side of the map. Might also be broken in the mid lane as well as Tal gets that Dark Procession down and is able to stop Peanut from stopping that one. So 2 inhibitors for an inner turret bottom lane. I don't think I need to do the math for you guys. That is a bad news story for Gen.G. Grabbed Emo, didn't he? Headed on over and helped out. He said, yeah, sorry about your uncle there. He was just being a bit of a jerk. He got possessed. So come back and help us out. And he's like, all right. Just to give you the synopsis on what happens in the 2 towers is that's going to be base broken bottom side of the map as well. It's Indo Sungyun. He gets completely impatient, but it pays off as he destroys Ruler. Kidnap successful. Both mid laner and AD carry have been removed as Peanut gets a cute kick, but it's only that. It's only cute as they have to watch these Nexus turrets fall. We're going to game number 3 as Hanwha Life. A beautiful redemption match. After Gen.G fell apart, bottom side of the map, we can tell the time. Come out, right? Because often you talk about Aurelia, you're like, yeah, mid lane, that's totally fine, things like that. But Fly,
10 minutes. Rip Herald ends up being denied. We got to fight here.
Yeah, Sungyun is going to get knocked back with the explosive cask, and that is a huge deal as Ruler throws in the ultimate, but Sungyun, they have the vision here in this pit. Finally, it's going to go down. Ruler supercharges to get himself out of the way. Now Tal might have just delivered himself into death because the Vanguard's Edge comes in to follow up with the teleport. Blade Surge resets come in, and Ruler gets himself a kill. Life even able to keep himself alive for a really long time, and that's a great... They got a lot of sticks into this dragon as Peanut's going to come over. Does want to find the steal, doesn't get there, but does land the ultimate. Bono safeguards his way out again. Life just destroys the team fight. There's even a Hemo Plague. Key, is he going to go down? The answer is no, but that's another body slam. This guy is winning the game by... Yep, Shelly going to be alive for a very long time, but Lava does make his way in here. Supercharger gets Ruler to safety, and Lava wants to find the ultimate. It will be Ruler going down, but at what cost? As Fly makes his way forward, no Hemo Plague available, and I just don't know why they're telling...
They've had enough of the game.
Kickback. Don't worry, Fate Score comes in. That's a beautiful kick from Bono as once again Ruler is going to be singled out and destroyed.
Pick up this bottom tier 1 turret, and this is a very big pickup right now for them.
Yeah, the attempt, it's not a 50-50. Rend is available. It's a very early blast going to get back in, but now Fly goes into the Sanguine pool, does have the stopwatch there as well, as it's going to be Gen.G that want to be able to get it. No! Bono comes in, gets the steal, and Hanwha Life get everything. Vanguard's Edge lands onto 4 though, and now Roach trying to take things into his own hands. Life grabs one of the kills. I think the Gragas will be going down, but can Gen.G actually do anything? And the answer is no. Ruler is trying to flash to safety. Supercharger used defensively, and Peanut is now underneath his turret. It's a disaster for Gen.G.
Yeah, this is a really sad turn of events. It almost looked like Gen.G were going to be able to get that dragon.
Top lane matchup, but at this point in time, I feel like it's the Silas story where it just straight up doesn't matter. Fly gonna get ulted, and probably just gonna get one-on-one. Okay, needs that health back, does get it just in time, is now, he's got a date with this turret, as he doesn't want to give away any assists. It's a problem, right? And we've seen, you know, Kingzone win and then Pawn still tilt in his games. You know, that talent game certainly an example, especially with this gold disadvantage. Yeah, okay, Peanut tries to start a fight here. They do get a stun onto Key, but look at all of that value to come out of the Unbreakable. Peanut throws his ult defensively now as Tal comes his way forward. His own Vanguard's Edge was actually fantastic in that fight, as Peanut takes a long time to die, but can they actually get anything for it? Roach throws out his ultimate, wants to get onto Bono, but just gets cleaned up. Ruler uses his ult, but he's going to use it defensively. He's going to try and get out of dodge's lava. Goes into stasis, and now it's all about Fly. Can he get the work down? The answer's no, as Bono follows through, resonating strike, and doesn't follow it there onto Peanut. It's not the target that he wants. No stun to come in from Roach, who's found himself locked in this pit. It's exactly where he doesn't want to be. His Tal's got a Hemo Plague. He can dive in on Gen.G if he wants to, but will they even need it? There it is. There's a very dead Piggy, as Gragas is going to follow, and once again, it's going to be Roach against the world. Songyun baits him in about as expertly as you like, and it feels like Gen.G are done.
Yeah,
understand that one in context, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, all right, so Hanwha Life now, they're just going to push down the middle lane. And Ruler, I think he might about had enough. He is all the way over up in top lane.
Yep, this is what happens when your smurfing AD carry just decides that he's not able to solo win. This game, he's on the top side of the map, watching everything go down. Tal gets himself a glacial prison because he may as well, and they easily lock down 2 of these inhibitors. Ruler actually did make the right call because they weren't having a pretty good game so far on the 6-0-7 Lissandra. Same to be said for this 3-2 in Life. Want to make it work. Top lane is going to be the last option here, as now Lava's going to get turned on, knocked back into the team, but look at the amount of stasis options he has. Look at the amount of living that he does in the backline. There are no kills to come forward. That Kingslayer almost keeps the Silas alive, as Ruler does have a fair bit of damage, but over goes Songyun. Wants to find the kill onto the mid lane, Vladimir, and does so very easily. Roach with a sidestep, dodges 3 skill shots and will keep himself alive there as he gets the stun, but I don't think that they're going to be able to find their way back into this game. Hanwha Life have turned it on its head. The reverse sweep, the 2 wins in a row after the Gen.G Game 1 slaughter has come in for Hanwha Life Esports. Key does go down, but the Nexus should surely follow as Songyun's going to get there. He dances around with the martial pose and grabs it. Hanwha Life 2-1 against Gen.G.
And Hanwha just looked like the better team for sure in game number 3. Game number 2 was very even.
Yeah, that was an example of the
Fiora
mental game being won by one of the teams and really falling off a cliff for the other. Gen.G just did not look like their hearts and minds were in it after everything went wrong in that first engagement, LS, and it's a really sad thing to see, because we know that man on the forefront of your screen right now, he's an incredibly talented AD carry player. You know, Ruler is so good, and we saw that demonstrated in game number 1. His abilities on the Ezreal were absolutely outstanding. We know